Hello and welcome to another video. Today is going to be my review of The 13th World by A.N. Willis, and this is number 2, To the Corridor, and I received this from NetGalley via Alloy Entertainment, or Alloy Entertainment via NetGalley. Anyways, I got it from NetGalley. The 13th World by A.N. Willis was published September 29th. And I finished it October 1st. This book is really good, and if you read the first one, The Corridor, and enjoyed it, definitely pick up this one. If you haven't picked up The Corridor yet, watch my review of The Corridor, which I will put in the description box because I always forget to link it to the video. So it's in the description box if you want to know more about The Corridor, and it is the first book, so if you haven't read that one, do not watch this video because everything will be spoilers. So this series revolves around Estelle, also known as Stell. Something crazy happens, remember, in the first book, and she sends Cole and Anna to Libra Earth, and she stays with Dr. Tabor, don't know how to say her name. Anyway, she stays there, and then she's locked up as a prisoner. Okay? So that's like where you leave off. She stays there, taken hostage. Now, the beginning of the second book, time has passed, but she's still a prisoner, but you realize that they've pretty much been torturing her, like electrocuting her, just being really nasty and mean to her, trying to get information how to save the corridor. And I really hated that lady for this part because I'm like, she's so dumb and stupid. Why would she torture Estelle to get information out of her? Because you figure like she would want to help the corridor stabilize, because if it's not stable, really bad things can happen. So why would she not want it to help it be stable? If she could, she would help, right? Anyways, so finally there is an escape plan, and Justin, Stell's brother, who completely betrayed her in the first book, realizes his mistake and helps her in this one. So she gets away, she goes through the corridor to Second Earth, where there is the mod leader, which he's not actually leader since they're in their little camps. He tries to help them, but the authorities realized that Stell was there, and so she had to escape. So she and Justin ported out of Second Earth to Libra Earth, where she meets up with Cole and all of her friends. And there they have to figure out how to fix the corridor. Obviously, from the title, you find out there is a 13th world that connects all of the other worlds, and that is their key to solving how to fix the corridor. But it's way more complicated than that, because they don't know anything about this 13th world. It doesn't read the same as the other worlds. It's different. They're not sure how it's different, and it's getting very unstable. There's earthquakes on some of the worlds, and everything is just becoming more unstable, and the time frame has gone down to like a week. Like, they really have this much time to fix a really big problem. And it is a very good book. It is short. It's a short book. It's an easy read, but it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy the series. The second book was exciting, and I'm happy with the way it went, I guess, in the direction it went. It was a good book. I really do like her writing. You got to see more dimensions, which was really cool, and I love reading books about multiple dimensions since I like seeing how the author, like what the author comes up with and how they think Earth would be if there was a different dimension, if there was a different version of our world, like what would it look like. And the one she came up was really interesting, and I kind of wish they spent more time there, and I don't know, I wish they spent more time in that world so you got to see more about it. But the brief time that they spent in there was intriguing. Yes, I think the 13th World was the perfect companion for The Corridor. If you have read The Corridor and you are unsure of whether to continue, I suggest you read it, since The Corridor left off with one heck of a cliffhanger that you should probably, most definitely, read this book. Long story short, it was a fantastic book. Short, easy to read, entertaining, interesting characters, nice plot. The plot thickens. Yes. The climax of the story was exciting and it was interesting. And the conclusion of the story concluded nicely. Mackenzie, logging off.